What's good, family? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another video. But it's not called Dear African Americans this time. It's called Dear Black Diaspora. And I believe with some of this content, I want to move towards that direction for this channel. In this case, because I really want to talk to the family about an opportunity that we can all leverage. Right now, the African Union is doing, I would say, a less than stellar job with managing the Black diaspora and even managing the continent, right? And that leaves so many people, the Ugandan family who's out in America or out in Britain. Shout out to the Ugandans out in Boston, in the Los Angeles area. It leaves the African American community, the Caribbean community, wanting so much information on how to connect back to the African continent. It leaves the Nigerian American family, the Jamaican American family, the Nigerian English family, everybody that's outside of the continent wanting information about what's going on in Africa. And there's 54 countries that are ran different. You have countries that are in the same region, like the East African region, where you have Tanzania and Kenya not getting along, Rwanda and Uganda sometimes not getting along. And it makes it very difficult to see what the opportunities are. And the diaspora is out, out of the loop because there's not a lot of information. So this is what I'm asking the diaspora to do. Family, the diaspora has to play the middleman in the continent of Africa. All right. Now, I did make a video saying that there's enough talent in Africa to save itself, and the diaspora wasn't necessarily needed to save Africa. But the diaspora is needed to save the diaspora, all right? And we have to really look at ourselves as a part of the global Black family. And even for a person like me, it's hard to adopt that sometimes, being a hard-body African American. I love the African American community, but you know what? I have to accept the fact I am a part of one of the greatest communities on planet Earth, which is part of the global Pan-African and Black community. I've accepted that in 2020, and that's where my calling is, and that's where I want to be. But I want to let you guys know that you have to accept that calling also, all right? And as well as you're involved in the Nigerian community, you're involved in the Ugandan community, you're involved in the Kenyan community, we must save the diaspora with connecting it to Africa. Because the African Union is worried about Africa. They are not worried so much about the diaspora. They may say that, but for lack of resources or other things like that, it's not being shown. So I want to talk about some opportunities that I feel that the diaspora can do to leverage itself, to connect back to Africa, to bring the diaspora together, to do great things in Europe, in America, and on the continent of Africa. First, we must leverage our talent. All right. Now, we've been operating in individual communities. I even heard about this in Ghana. Some people will go to Ghana. The African American community or the Black Caribbean community will move there and separate themselves from the local Ghanaians. I've heard that also when you get in America, the African American community is over there, the African community is over here. We need to, number one, leverage our talent. All right. We need to leverage our talent. We have many doctors, engineers, people in technology. Shout out to my brother engineer in Canada that sent me an email the other day. We need to leverage the talent of the Black diaspora. And the reason why we need to do that is because you are the people that come out with the solutions for the Black diaspora. You come up with some of the solutions that can help Africa. Without your solutions, the diaspora will fall. The diaspora will fail. All right? We have to leverage all of our top people. The top people, the people in the top 50%, everybody has to pull the other people up to make this work. All right? We got to leverage our talent. Secondarily, we need to provide information from the talented people to the rest of the world to spread the gospel about Africa. That's the next thing we need to do. All right? The African Union is not going to connect us to the countries with the information. Now, we do have like the African American Society of Ghana, the Caribbean Societies of Ghana, things like that. But it's hard to know about these things, right? The people in the diaspora, it's up to us to get in contact with the investment boards, to get in contact with the tourism boards, to get in contact with local businesses, local business networks, and create solutions that bring the diaspora all in the same place. For example, I was checking out the Native Born YouTube channel the other day. They have created a social media platform, something like Facebook, that brings all the people that are interested in Ghana together on the one platform. That is solution-based thinking, okay? Because what it does, it privatizes the ability to connect African Americans, Caribbeans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, everybody on the one platform that provides information from Africa to the diaspora to alert us of opportunities, to alert us of changes. And then it allows us to leverage our strength as one global family outside of Africa, all right? This is smart thinking. Creating certain things for African men, African American men, things that leverage African women, African American women, Caribbean women, all on one accord to do things. Fashion shows, beauty pageants, skincare products, all of the things that make one global economy that brings people together, we need to do that, all right? Thirdly, we need situations that create information like podcasts. We need to leverage the fact that we need more information out about the opportunities in the diaspora, the opportunities out on the continent. For example, Brother Jamal Ali emailed me the other day. He's a brother out in the Cincinnati area. He has a podcast on Anchor, the Jamal Ali podcast, right? And he didn't ask me to do this, but I just want to leverage the fact that podcasting has become so powerful in the world today. And this is a podcast that's from the diaspora that connects back to Africa. Just needs that more people should know about it. And let me tell you right now, out of 100% of the social media content created in the world today, 5% of that content is created about Africa, right? That's a very big opportunity for African Americans, for continental Africans, for Ghanaians. We need to know about what you have. If you are a person in the African healthcare space, well, why don't you have a podcast, okay? If you're a person that's in the African investment scene, banking, how to get bank accounts, real estate, all of those things we need, because the African Union is not going to do that. The African Union cannot do that. They don't have the resources. The people that have the resources to do that is the diaspora. And every question in every country that we have answers to, the diaspora is going to have to provide that service. So the diaspora is going to have to kind of work as its own African Union in a privatized sector, okay? Because we need to provide the information to the rest of the diaspora while Africa is trying to fend for itself, all right? So we need more people to come online. We need more people to connect. Another thing too, we need more people to unite. I try to use my Kangana platform the best that I can to unite people. Now, I know I can be petty, I can be an asshole, I can be all of those things. But there is an economy in the unification of Black people. Everybody has to be a uniter, okay? If you're a person in your local city and there's a big Nigerian American community, start uniting people, right? Start uniting people around things that the cultures can benefit from. Start uniting African Americans and Nigerians. Start uniting Ivorians. Start uniting people, whether it's 5 people at a time, 10 at a time. Do it on Zoom conferences, okay? Be a uniter. There is money and there's opportunity in the unification of Black people around positive things. We have to leverage that, okay? I'm a living witness. If you can do that, you can get far. And lastly, with being the middleman, we got to understand that we must come together on what we can agree on. The beefs, the dramas, well, we open the doors for you, or you don't know your roots and all kind of stuff. That's We got to leave that somewhere else. On this channel, I don't tolerate that. You do that, your ass is out. All right? Just point blank, just like that. Okay? We need to be the gatekeepers between the rest of the world and Africa. Why? White people can work together all the time. All right? Just 70 years ago, the Germans and the French didn't like each other. The Germans and the British didn't like each other. But now they can come together and keep everybody else out of the loop. That's what we need to do. We need to be focused about what's the common goal here. There's a lot of opportunity in this. We need to be, if let's say Tanzania and Kenya have a problem and things like that, and we need to get information out to the rest of the world that we can benefit, the diaspora can go to the investment authorities in Kenya and in Tanzania when the Kenyan can't go to Tanzania, or the Tanzania can't go to Kenya, but the diaspora can pay the middleman. The diaspora can pay the middleman between Uganda and Rwanda when Uganda can't go to Rwanda or Rwanda can't go to Uganda. That's our opportunity. Our opportunity is to be able to keep all the information coming out. So we need more people to get into these businesses online. Doesn't cost you anything. Might cost you to get a microphone. Might cost you your internet connection. But we need to get on the move because we have too much work to do right now than to be sitting around talking about nothing. So guys, that's my time for today. I really appreciate you. Again, check out Brother Jamal Ali. I want to give a shout out to Sister Sanal's YouTube channel. She also emailed me. She's out of Memphis, Tennessee. Go check her out. First comment pinned to the top. Go check her out. She does a live stream, I think, a few times a week. Sister Sanal, shout out to you. And always remember, keep it real. King Ghana forever. I'm out.